In the late 50s and early 60s the Volkswagen Beetle wasn't ubiquitous in my hometown of Lincoln, Nebraska, but it came pretty damn close. Fords and Chevys dominated, but beyond the occasional MG, Triumph, or Renault the import scene was essentially a VW scene. When my folks finally pulled the trigger on a second car they bought a Beetle, and that shopping process was my first exposure to a Volkswagen showroom. For our family VW love wasn't a cult, but our '66 model spoke, as did all Volkswagens and most imports at the time, of a return to common sense in your transportation choice. As VW's own marketing so wonderfully communicated, you didn't need big fins or annual model changes to go grab that carton of milk. Or, for that matter, to grab a week's worth of family holiday. In the wretched excess that was most of Motown at the time, the Beetle, Commie, the Squareback, and even Carmen Gia spoke to a minimal, but never plain, take on transportation as personal expression. 50 years after that initial Beetle exposure, and as a fan of imports for what I believe to be all of the right reasons, the introduction of Volkswagen's Atlas to the world market is akin to a sociological gut punch. How was it that a brand whose modus operandi was to be the anti-Detroit could find itself warmly embracing Detroit and the excess it has historically embodied? Don't tell me it's because VW's Americanization of the Passat is going so well. To be fair, the domestic do-over of import brands didn't begin with the new Atlas crossover. Imports have been growing fat almost as long as Americans have, and it's a global trend. An early 911 is a veritable wisp when compared to its current counterpart, which constitutes, coincidentally, a 50-year gestation. In comparing today's BMW 3 Series to its '77 predecessor, I see a 5 Series footprint. And how did 4 adults go to lunch in the early 3 Series? It is so much smaller than what we've become accustomed to today. The current 2 Series is more substantial. My empty nester view of 3-row crossovers is true for most shoppers. If you need 3 rows of passenger capacity,